everybody. Welcome to the Keep It Zen podcast. I'm your host, Zenadean, and today is a bit of a special episode because it's more of like a collaboration. I have the Crashin podcast with me, and
Hello.
yeah, this is
Oh,
going to be a bit like, it's not going to be as much of an interview as the other ones. It's more of just like a chit chat kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so before we were starting, we were going on about how our channels have grown because we both near enough the same time actually hit 50 subscribers.
Mm.
And you can think of this as a special for it because I'm too lazy to do an actual one.
It's a bit weird how we just hit 50 subscribers at the same time. It's quite amazed, to be fair, when I saw it.
Do you want to run down what your channel is basically?
Oh, okay. If people don't know, it's crashing in podcasts with like an apostrophe on the crashing in type thing. I think you put the link in the description when you mail.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The link being that thing. Basically, I do the same sort of thing. I go about interview bands, venues, and that, and that's it really. And I interview guests such as I had a photographer on there once, and I had I don't know, I had loads of different guests. I just can't remember most of them. But like at the moment, I'm doing the same sort of thing now. I'm just doing interviews like off. Like basically, what I do now is give the guest the question, then I'll record them type thing,
Yeah,
record the answer.
yeah, I don't understand. Like, how come you just put your question in text and then, like, do you give them a list of what
I'll give
answers?
them a list. Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, okay.
basically I'll say to them, just leave a 10-second gap in between, and they'll do that. Then I'll know what question it's on, type thing.
Oh, oh, that. Well, what made you choose to go down that way, though?
I didn't know any other way to do it. To be fair, until I met you, like started speaking to you.
Mm.
Yeah, so I don't know how to do the Discord thing, but I might be able to record it off my phone, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a few apps that allow you to do that. Um,
Mm,
like I'm still trying to work out things myself.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like for example, I recently got hired as an editor for a streamer. And
Mm,
basically, I took the job because, well, first, I'm not getting paid because he's not getting paid, but wanted to
yeah,
do it to like practice my own editing skills. And
yeah, yeah.
it's just one of those things where I'm constantly trying to improve my craft because I
Mm.
genuinely really enjoy like doing the podcast. It's probably one of my favorite
It is,
things I've
yeah.
done.
It's really fun to do, to be fair. It's like, that's why I've been going on for a year because I just can't stop doing it.
Mm.
And basically, I think I only just got 50 subscribers because my channel used to be on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That would make more sense.
yeah.
Um, in that case, like, what was your favorite episode to do?
Oh, man. There was an episode that I'd done last year, and it was basically it's not on YouTube at the moment. I'm going to upload it, and it's with a band from Birmingham called Sean Gamble Walsh and the Plagiarists. If you heard of them,
Nah, I haven't. I can't say I have.
if they're a really good band, they're on Spotify, and basically we'd done a podcast at this at like over a curry at this same curry house type place,
Hmm.
and we recorded it. It was like about 2 hours long. They brought me the curry and everything. Went home and it didn't record.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Were you able to salvage that, or like was it just all
yeah.
gone? Oh,
No, it was just basically I didn't put the mic in the right socket.
oh no!
Yeah,
Oh
so it was like 2 hours
Jesus!
long. They didn't seem that happy about it, but we kind of worked around it. And basically, I got them to work. I got them a gig at the record shop I work at. Then we'd
Then
done a
they,
podcast again. It was like a favour type thing.
yeah.
Like so, done another podcast, and it was really good, to be fair, because they got loads of rock and roll stories and that, and I think, and it was that long, it had to have a part one and part two. So I'm going to upload that soon. So hopefully you can all get to it and listen to that podcast. It's really good. And there's some stuff I don't know whether to mention. Like you might need to listen.
Yeah, you're probably better off going to his channel and listening to it because, like, genuinely,
Are you
his
allowed?
interviews are really good.
Yeah. Are you allowed swearing on your podcast and that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
don't worry. You don't. Yeah, no,
I,
you
got,
don't need to worry about that.
I think I got this thing where I just say fucking every sentence.
It's fucking natural. And
Yeah.
that was
It's
crazy.
like, I think, yeah.
Now, if I sound a bit awkward, it's because this is my first time recording an episode with my new microphone. And
How is it?
yeah, it's like a lot higher quality now. I used to use the microphone on my laptop, but I kind of have to lean into the microphone a little bit, and like, sure,
Yeah.
it came with a tripod, but like it's tiny, so it's literally just for like, oh, you put it on a table for
I got the
stability.
same sort of thing, mate. I got the same sort of thing.
Yeah, but like the thing is,
What?
what?
What? I think it'd be funny if we got the same one. Where did you get it from, mate?
I got it from Amazon. I'm gonna look up the exact thing right now, but it's like a Samsung dynamic microphone, I think.
I got like a cheap one. Oh yeah, I've gone for the cheapest one I did.
Yeah, no, I wanted to go for as best, not as
Yeah,
best a quality
best
as I
quality.
physically could have, but I wanted to get like a noise cancelling microphone because long time viewers will know that there's lots of background noise over here.
Yeah, with me, with me, I didn't get an expensive one because I don't know. It's just I'm not getting paid for this at the moment, so
Mm.
it's just I can't. I don't know.
Do you think you'll ever
I'm
reach that
like
point where you will?
I don't know actually.
Like,
Like I'm trying to do video footage to it as well now.
yeah, I tried doing that once and it was like
Yeah.
it didn't work at all. Like I had to
Mm,
scrap the video because of like I think the camera on the laptop recorded at like 15, 16 frames, and the audio
mm.
was like still going at a constant speed. But whatever
Yeah,
program I
yeah.
put it in, it's like slowed down the audio a little bit
Oh,
compared to the
yeah, yeah.
video. No, it slowed down the video compared to the audio, and I
Mm,
couldn't sync it up. And literally there was like 2 minutes that I wanted to cut out, and that's it. Not even 2 minutes, like
yeah,
20 seconds, and I couldn't put it in any program.
yeah. Mm.
Oh.
At the moment, like it's quite hard because we're doing it all over phone and that, so you got nothing much to video, haven't you?
Well, yeah, no, but like this is the thing I do like every single time. Usually, all I do is
Mm,
I just, as you've seen yourself, I just like slap a backdrop and then I like put in
yeah,
pictures of what we'd be talking about.
yeah.
Probably
That's what
won't
I
have
do
to do that
sometimes. Yeah,
much. Yeah,
it makes it more interesting. Like,
yeah, visually. Like I remember before, I would have like no, like every single episode, every episode or two, I'd get feedback.
yeah,
Like people who'd like gave me the most would be like my mates Dylan and Jake. They'd be the two main
mm,
ones, but like they'd be like, oh, make it a bit more visual. Or
yeah,
what I used to do was I used to cut out a lot of like dead space and like stutters and stuff because I was
hmm
like they want people won't want to hear stutters. But the thing
nah.
is like it makes it more natural and like more of an actual conversation, which is what I was going for.
That's what I think. To me, I podcasts are meant to be like that because it's not radio, is it? So I think we can just have a chill conversation and keep it interesting and all that. Like,
Yeah, man, definitely. If it's like if there's like a solid like minute of dead space, I'm gonna cut like
oh yeah,
yeah
definitely.
that. But and along those lines, I usually just like keep it in now. But before I was like, oh, because I
Mm,
remember you probably I don't know if you've heard my very first episode or not, but it was like
mm,
really different to how I do it now because
yeah.
what I was doing was I had first of all it was split up into two parts. There was the part with myself where I just chat and be like tell some stories or stuff or whatever. The very first episode was god awful because I didn't have a script or like notes or anything, and I was
Mm.
just chatting shit for 15 minutes. And then after that, I brought on a guest specifically to debate about something. I called it the dose of debate, where
Yeah.
I think the first one was like, oh, what's better between PlayStation 2 versus PlayStation 3 games kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. That's a good conversation.
it,
That's a
it
good thing to talk about, to be fair.
it really was, and it was like 30 minutes long, and like that it kind of sparked in like, yeah, like this would be cool. And I'm probably going to bring it back at some point, but I had to scrap it
Yeah.
because loads of people wanted to come on the podcast, but they're like, I don't have a topic. I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
And one time, someone thought they did. So when we started recording, we started talking about it. But like after 5 minutes,
Mm.
he had no points. So he
Nothing.
was kind of just
Yeah.
like reacting to what I said. And like I don't want to be bad, but I had to like scrap the episode entirely.
Mm. I had kind of the same problem, to be fair. Like, people, I kind of avoided people that was asking to come on my podcast and have nothing really to talk about, type
Mm.
thing. And I was trying to be nice and be like, oh, we could talk about maybe our local football team and that. But that wasn't really the aim of the podcast. The aim of the podcast is to promote independent things like independent bands, podcasts, YouTube channels, and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I had the same goal in mind, but
Mm.
like there was that goal, and I don't want to like reiterate how it is because like I say it like every episode, and I'm pretty sure people are gonna get sick of it. But another thing that I really wanted to do with the podcast is and it's actually being used how I expected it. People are tabbing out and just listening to it while they do other stuff. Like obviously that's what a
Yeah,
podcast is about, but like the fact that I get I actually get messages from people who are like, oh yeah, your podcast is like it keeps me calm and like like under control when like real stressful work is going on, and I'm like, great, because that's
yeah,
exactly what I want.
that's the aim, and that's the aim for me as well, mate.
Yeah, man. Like every single video that I've done,
Mm,
obviously, like in comparison to views, they haven't been doing as well. Sadly,
yeah, yeah.
I peaked at Emily Seven, and then I had the follow up with Donald Quinn, who
Mm,
people. I really liked that episode, and I think Donald was like
yeah.
such a great lad. Some people weren't as interested. However,
Mm. But that's what podcast is about: different guests and that. You like so like different genres and that to like interest everyone. Like you have to do a bit of everything, don't you?
yeah, definitely. But then after that, I had Katanak Music on. He's from
Mm,
Australia, and then I
yeah.
went from like getting 70 to 80 down to like 30 views, which is
Mm.
understandable. But the thing is, I was
Oh
happy
yeah.
with was watch time because I feel like especially as a podcast, watch time is the most important stat to
Mm.
have. Because
Yeah,
if you have high
definitely.
views but low watch time, you're like
Yeah.
you're not doing a good job.
It just sometimes it might just mean some people might just do it for a favour, like just click on it and just subscribe, like and all that, then just go off it. So it looks like they viewed it, but they haven't really like viewed the whole thing.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not a
But
case. Oh, sorry.
oh, sorry, no, you go on, mate.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not even a case of like, oh, I don't want like views or they don't like subscribers are great and all, but like,
Yeah,
I'm not making it to be big. I'm making it to entertain
yeah,
and be big. Like,
yeah. At least you're honest, mate. Like
that's
you got to be
priority
honest,
number
don't
two
you?
of like a list of
It's
10
like
things.
with me, I just want to do it because that's the career I want to go for. Because I want to get to a point when, like, being on radio and stuff like that is my job, not working on a construction site and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Like,
Just
I'm
you want
still.
to have a good life, don't you?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do right now. And it's
Mm,
just one of those situations where it's like the podcast is fun, but unless I
mm,
make it huge, I don't think I can live off it. So
exactly, yeah,
I
mate.
want to get something that can like strike that balance. Right now, I work in a warehouse picking,
Mm,
packing and kitting
yeah,
toothpaste.
that's the
It's
sort of job I had, mate.
yeah, like Spotlight toothpaste.
Mm, mm. Oh
Biggest
yeah,
waste of
yeah, yeah.
money ever. Honestly, like I feel sorry for people who get it as a Christmas present.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
Like,
it's like I done the same sort of job, but it was in a chocolate factory. I was just packing chocolates and all that.
did did you get any?
Oh yes, I don't know if I should say it, but yeah, just took everything I could.
Oh my god, did you not get caught?
Nah, nah, they love me because I'm a hard worker. I,
You know,
I, I graft, I do, man. I'm proper, I work proper, but I think I deserve the odd free chocolate every now and then.
yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
uh, what are like some steps you've taken into growing your channel?
Well, I think the biggest step was going onto YouTube
Mm.
because SoundCloud was just too easy, man. It was just a case of doing, just editing a bit of audio and just uploading it, and then I'm sorted. But I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. I saw some people upload on like podcasts onto YouTube, and I thought that might be better because with SoundCloud you have to pay,
Yeah,
and with this lockdown, I couldn't really, and I'm not in a job due to lockdown. I can't afford to be paying SoundCloud. You know what I mean? It's like £15 a month and that
yeah, no, I get you. It's
because
like,
I had to pay for other stuff like my phone bills and all that, and my boards and all that. So I couldn't afford to keep up the SoundCloud.
yeah, like I was thinking about going to SoundCloud. I uploaded my very first episode
Mm,
there, but it's
mm.
like, yeah, you get an hour and a half worth of free audio, and that'd be like
Yeah, I know.
great enough if you were like a musician, because like
Mm.
you could put up like an
2 minute
EP and
songs
that.
and all that. Mm.
What?
You could just put 2 minute songs and that on there, can you?
Yeah, no, that's like two or three EPs worth, probably.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, SoundCloud's good. I was saying at first before YouTube, oh, SoundCloud's great. It's the perfect thing for podcasting. But YouTube and Spotify, I would put it on Spotify, but you have to pay for that, and it's just so confusing to put it on Spotify. So I just thought YouTube's my only option, really.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting it on Spotify, but I was hearing people say like, "Oh, you have to have a sponsor or you have to have like some ads
Yeah.
in the podcast." And I, it's not that I'm not willing to. I'd totally be willing to, especially if I got to choose. Like I was thinking
Mm,
about going to the deli near me and being like, "Hey, do
mm.
you want some ads, like free ads, just to get me on Spotify?" And then
Yeah, yeah.
I also wanted funny enough, I was planning on doing this thing where you actually ended up doing it for your isolation special, just like a
Yeah.
radio kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's brilliant. It's just,
Yeah,
yeah.
what led you to doing it though?
I've done them in the past on SoundCloud, and they turned out really good. To be fair, like I just that's the aim, really. I do want to go on radio very much, and I just kind of testing out my skills there on the radio side, see if I can do all
Y-
that speaking bit by myself because I can't. I'm not really good at keeping up like a conversation with myself. I
Mm.
don't know how to
Well, most
explain it.
radio stations usually have either like callers or co-hosting, anyways.
Mm,
Like,
like
mm,
I try to do that, but I put a thing on my group chat on Facebook saying, "Does anyone want to be a part of it?" And that, and but no one really responded, so I just kind of done it by myself.
well, I mean, like, sure. What I wanted to do was, I wanted like full on make it a radio station for like an hour or two. Like, I was
Yeah,
gonna do ads as well. Like,
mm.
you know those
Maybe for
really,
local stuff.
yeah, but like sometimes you know those really cringy ads that you get on radio stations.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
when
want to do
it's
stuff
just
like
like
that.
maybe someone walking and someone
Yeah,
knocking
or it was
and
like
someone saying, "I don't know."
there was one where it was like I was gonna advertise this mobile game called Lunar Hoops by an Irish
Yeah,
creator, and then it was gonna be like a ma and a son just be like, "Oh, you're on that phone all the time. Who you texting?" And then the fella be like, I'm not texting. If you really need to know, I'm playing this game called Lunar Hoops, and then I was gonna like go into this big spiel about it, like that kind of
That's a
thing.
good idea, though. Because I think that I really rate something like that because people that put more effort into the podcast, like man, putting ads and all that, they deserve like the views and that because they're putting time in and that to
Yeah,
do shit like that.
it's putting time in, but it's also fun. Like it's just a
It is
fun thing
fun,
to
yeah.
do.
Mm. That's
Um,
you put an idea in my head now, mate.
who knows? Like maybe fucking we could do it. Like if you
Yeah,
really need a
definitely.
co-host, like I'm also trying to do basically the
Advertise your
exact same thing.
podcast. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
and
could do
like
that, mate.
because
I
we essentially have the same show. It's just a different layout, really.
mm,
Well,
yeah.
not the same show. Like we have the same target audience, but it's more like
Yeah, yeah.
yours is a lot more interview based, and mine's a lot more conversational based.
Mm. It's I try not to go down that interview road, but I try to make it as chill as possible.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want it to be like a formal interview. I want these bands to be telling me stuff they shouldn't really say on radio and that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm not saying it's strictly interview, but you lean more to
Mm,
that side than I would, because
yeah,
I I myself I'm a bit of a narcissist, and I want to be the reason people come here. It'd be like, oh, you come for the band, you stay for me, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
And obviously you
I
do that.
like
Well,
I like to do it just kind of yeah, try and get my channel big, but I do want to help people out on promoting their music and that, and promoting their shops and whatever, like the podcasts. Like on this podcast, I want to be promoting your podcast when it's on my channel type
mm,
thing.
yeah, no, definitely. And like
Mm,
always, it's a case of I know, for example, you haven't really got the best facilities to record and stuff. Like if you want to like
mm,
if you want me to record and throw you over the audio so you can like
mm,
edit it or whatever,
yeah,
like
it's
I
yeah,
can we can like
yeah, could do. We could help out on stuff like that, couldn't we?
yeah, and there's like cases of there's Emma O'Brien's podcast, and then there's art like there there's a big, not a big explosion of
Podcast
podcasts going on
community.
right now. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna get at. There's like a
I did
community.
say to you on text. I think we should try and make a bit of a podcast community, maybe a group of podcasters.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm kind of like trying to build up here. A
Yeah,
little bit with like
it
you and
doesn't matter where you're from either, because I'm from Wolverhampton and you're from Ireland, and that it's just like,
yeah, like who knows how like how successful this would probably be. Like I'm not trying to get hopes up around, but like it could
mm,
potentially be one of the greatest moves
yeah,
we do,
definitely.
or it could also flop. But it's just one of those things where as long
No,
as
you should never think
uh,
badly, negatively. You
um
should think positively and look up to the. I always look up high and just think, I want to make it, mate, and I want to be better than fucking. I don't know, like what's a massive podcast? The
Joe
Excess
Rogan.
of Manchester. Yeah, you know, like there was podcasts out there that inspired me. Like, have you heard of Overrated Everything?
Um, no, I haven't.
That's like fellas out of This Is England. They've done a podcast, and it's like Gadget and Sean out of This Is
Hmm.
England. They've done a podcast together. I want to try and get better than that type thing. Like that, I think you should aim high.
Like I'm not saying I don't aim high, but I'm also not blinding myself as
Yeah,
well,
with
because it's one of those things where you can expect to reach the highest goal in life. If you flop,
mm,
you want to be able to prepare for that and act
yeah,
accordingly, because a successful show doesn't come from how good your best is, but how
mm.
less bad your worst is, if you get me.
I'll get you, mate. Yeah,
Like
yeah. If
if
I
you
flop,
if you
I
can bet.
just
Oh, sorry. Discord is being weird.
oh, don't worry, mate. It's just I'm just thinking if I flop, I flop. It's just you have to deal with it, type of thing. It's just
Definitely,
you
yeah.
can't get upset about it and all that. You maybe just have to try harder, man.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. If it does flop, it's always good to have like an explosive comeback. Like the
Mm,
way I've uploaded my things, probably wouldn't have been the best example of that. Like if I, with the mindset I have right now, what I would have done is like say Emily 7 would have been huge, as it
mm.
is. My next one should have been the one with Katanek. And then
Yeah,
like obviously that one wasn't as interesting. And then I come back with Donald, which like goes
a
back
big
up.
one and that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that kind of thing.
I I don't know if I ever done something like that. I just I'll try and I don't know. I never thought of that, to be fair.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, I'm trying to think of every single situation in like all markets and everything. Like
Mm,
I spent money like trying to advertise the podcast,
mm,
and it reached
mm.
like 6 or 7 thousand people, but only like 5 people
That's
actually
a lot
clicked the
though.
link.
Oh, fucking hell, really?
Yeah, and they
It's
watched
money you
some of the
spent
Emily
and yeah.
Seven. Yeah, no, like I
But
I cut it off immediately. Not immediately, but I cut it off after a day when I saw like what kind of results
mm,
I was getting. Like, don't get me wrong, 5 people
yeah.
is great. Like, 5 new
Oh
people
yeah,
coming in
definitely.
is awesome. But
For a starter type thing as well.
yeah, but it's just the thing is where it's like I'm not getting my money's worth.
Exactly, yeah, mate.
So I'm
But at
gonna.
least it is getting out to people. But I never done that. I just kind of tried to do it myself.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the thing is, literally, you've had the extra year or so. Like I've been doing this like what
Mm,
2 months now, I'd say.
mm,
And like also, I think your personal has a lot more followers than mine does too.
mm. Is that the Instagram or
Yeah, Instagram.
yeah? I don't actually know, to be fair. Like,
Like I only have
um,
150 followers. All
but it
mine.
soon builds up, mate. But the thing is, you get that much followers, and I was saying to this, I think I was saying to you this earlier, like, it's just not many people click the link. I think they just follow you just because you followed them, type thing.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people
It's
recently who are like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow you," and then they expect
mm,
to follow back, and as soon as you follow them back,
that's
they like
that's what happens
immediately
to me,
unfollow
yeah,
you.
mate. Or sometimes it's a case of subscribing to someone else's channel so they can subscribe to yours. It's
Yeah, I've never once done a sub for sub. Like that's just something
mm,
that I associate with like 2016. Like that's how you're trying to
mm.
get big back then, but not now.
But the
Right.
thing is, a sub could mean nothing. Means nothing in some ways. It's the views, in my opinion.
See, every subscriber that I have at least, most of the time watches my videos. Like when I started
Oh,
this
yeah,
channel, I actually used to have a gaming channel. Like this channel used to be a gaming channel like 3 years ago. And then I deleted all the videos, but I had like 7 subscribers going into it already. And
yeah.
then as soon as I started making the podcast, a lot more people joined. And in the past month, I've had nearly like I've had 45 people subscribe since then.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there because I'm
Oh,
on
that's
like
great, man.
51 subs now, and it's
That's
just the
brilliant.
case
That
of I know people are enjoying, and that's why I like it.
it's brilliant to hear though that people enjoy the podcasts as well. It makes you feel good as well.
Yeah, because like it, people can be like, "Oh, I don't care about the numbers. Oh, they don't mean that," and but like
Mm,
they do. Like,
I think
there's
they do.
you don't think they do?
No, I think they do.
Yeah, I
I think they just
definitely
kind
think
of
they
say
do.
that to like I don't know. I said
Appear
in my last
humble,
podcast, mate. I said in my last podcast, I don't do it for the views, but I do it because I enjoy it.
and the views are nice.
Yeah, but I think I kind of done that hypocritically, done that. But yeah, let's just
See,
be honest.
see, the thing is, it's like some numbers mean a lot more than others. Like, I
Oh yeah,
don't, I genuinely do not care how many views I get on a video,
mm.
but I really,
So
really like watch
listens
the
like
watch time. If I have a
yeah,
high
that's what
watch
you
time
mean.
compared
Yeah,
to
you
high
were saying this
views,
before we recorded, didn't you?
yeah, like my two biggest videos are the one with Emily 7 and one of my earlier ones. It was episode 2 where I had 2 people on for a dose of debate for like what's the best for storytelling between
Mm.
music, animation, and live action movies.
Mm.
I went with like music, but
Yeah, yeah.
and then I also had another part where like at the end I had like 15 minutes of me telling a story of like in college I had to work at the zoo and
Mm.
just draw a bunch of animals, and because it was really boring for like 3 weeks, like there was some funny moments that happened, so I was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of telling some stories from that.
Oh,
But
oh, yeah.
between those two episodes they've the exact same amount of views, but the Emily
Oh, that's
Seven
all right.
one has triple the watch time.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is. Like, to be fair, I'm not really good with like technical stuff, if I have to be honest. So I don't know if I actually checked stuff like that, to be fair.
You have the YouTube Studio app, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah, but I don't, I, I think I looked at it, but I just couldn't really understand it because
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's like
just shite. I'm
it.
just shite when it comes to shit like that.
Well, everyone's learning. Like
Yeah.
I'm.
Some, oh, sorry, mate.
No, no, I wasn't even going on to say something.
I was just saying that's why I've done podcasting because I feel like it's a less technical thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. But it's one of those things where like if you start with something harder, the easier stuff
Mm.
becomes a lot easier.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I just learned how to subtitle videos in like essentially Movie Maker for Windows, and it is
Mm.
terrible. It's a terrible system where I can't. I have to split up all the clips individually because I
Uh,
can't have more than one text on a
I think
clip.
I, I think I had that sort of thing, but it's on the phone or something like that. I
Yeah,
use the phone apps at the moment because my computer's at home, so I can't. It's just a bit
yeah.
crap at the
It's just one
moment.
of those cases. But
Yeah, thanks a lot, coronavirus.
speaking of, how are you dealing with that in general? Not even just with the podcast.
It's just isolating, but it's been like about, I don't know, I think it's been 2 months or something now, and it's just, I feel like I'm going stir crazy. Like I'm going, it it gets your mind all over the place because you're like just overthinking shit and that, and it's just.
Yeah,
At first, I took it well, but now it's getting to a point. If I'm talking to someone like now, I'm talking to you, and that it kind of puts my mind at rest. It makes my mind chill out a bit. But when I'm by myself, because my girlfriend's working as a key worker in a care home,
mm,
it's just I'm just yeah, I don't know. It's like my mind is just fucking all over the place at the moment. It's just I'm not
yeah,
taking it well now, but
yeah.
before I
No.
was. What about you, mate? How's things for you?
Um, honestly, it's probably been. I don't want to say it's been one of the best experiences I've had. Obviously, it's really crappy, and I miss my friends. But this is
Same,
like
yeah.
opened up my mind to what like my
Mm,
true values are, and I feel like it's finally awoke. Like, do you know the whole nature versus nurture debate?
no, I don't think so.
Essentially what it is psychologists and all debate between what drives a person's personality. Is it how they're born, like is it they're born with their
Mm,
personality as a person, or is it how they're
mm.
raised like by
Oh,
their
yeah,
parents
yeah,
and in their environments and stuff. And for ages I was very introverted and shy, but that's just because
yeah.
where I grew up was like a really rough neighborhood for
Mm,
ages, and then for a while I didn't even know where we were supposed to be living, and then I moved over here, and then it slowly
mm.
started to seep out. Like I had no social skills whatsoever, but I feel like that was
Mate,
how I was nurtured up. But
yeah,
finally, my actual personality, like how I am by nature, is coming
yeah.
out, and I'm extremely extroverted, and I love talking to people, and
Mm,
I've learned so much that I want to do that this has shown me what I can't do. So I started this
yeah,
podcast
yeah.
and I brought on guests, and like hearing all these stories and all these experiences have been like I've never
Mm.
been to a concert, big or small.
I haven't, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's,
oh,
I'll tell you what, when you get interviewing bands, you'll start be going to free concerts.
yeah, I know. I'm not saying much, but at the end of the one with Emily Seven, they did say they'd throw me 2 tickets for the Whelan's gig,
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, like I want to go to I want to go to some small concerts. I want to go to at least one big concert or festival,
yeah.
and I want to go to
The
different.
small ones are the best ones, mate.
Yeah,
The
no,
small ones are the
I had a
best.
feeling because it's more like I'd say it'd be more energetic because like if you're at a big concert you can't really see, but like I just want to have
I,
the experience in anyways.
I think, yeah, fair enough. I think people that go to the smaller concert, the ones that are really passionate about music and really care about music, like type
Yeah,
of thing, supporting the local independent bands, and I think that's what it's all about. I couldn't give a shit about, I don't know, fucking Arctic Monkeys. I'd rather go see Emily Seven over Arctic Monkeys.
yeah, yeah. No, I get what you mean, but it's like
Mm,
the only thing I've ever been to was I think in 2016 I went to an Ireland football match. It was Ireland versus Oman, and it was Robbie
mm,
Keane's last match,
mm,
and like he was the captain for years at that point, and he
mm.
just it was a 4-0 match to Ireland, so there was a lot of like celebrating and
Ah,
like
yeah.
that energy and the feeding off the crowd was like so surreal. And like it was the first time I've ever experienced that like that, and it was like one
Mm,
of the best experiences I've had in my life. And I want to like do it with other things because I know other things can give you a similar experience, but
yeah.
even not even better, but great in their own way.
Mm.
Shit, I dropped my mic.
Oh, but I think to me, what you said about you being shy in that's the same sort of thing I had. I think I had bad anxiety issues. Like I found it hard to get a job because I was very anxious about it as well, type of thing. Because it was
Mm.
just growing up quick thing. It was just weird, man. And but then I worked at a record shop, and that really helped my communicating skills and all that. And that's how the podcast began. And I've just been meeting loads of bands. I put myself out of my comfort zone, met bands I haven't even met, people I haven't even met before, and just interviewed them and that. And it's just really fucking helped me in with my anxiety and all that, mate.
Yeah, like for example, to be honest, aside from Emily Seven, anyone who I've
Mm.
had on I didn't hear of before I did their episode. Like
Yeah.
usually I'd listen to them from the recommendation of someone else I had, and also I'm just trying
Mm.
to pump my name out there. And I'm like really glad
Yeah.
I did, and I keep bringing them up because I only have like 5 episodes with artists.
Oh yeah.
But like Donald Quinn genuinely is one of my favorite musicians ever, and like I
Mm.
have his songs on repeat all the time. His few songs in my playlist, and I would
Yeah.
have never heard of him if it wasn't for this podcast kind of thing.
My, yeah, that's the same with me in a way. There's loads of bands now. I listen to more like the bands I interviewed, then I listen to them more than like fucking I don't know what Liam Gallagher or I don't know like loads of stuff I used to listen to. I listen to them more than the main stuff now. It's just mad, I think.
Yeah, it's like once you take like obviously there are people. It's a very common thing. It's like, oh, music was a lot better in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s or whatever, and
Mm,
that's just because like there was
they're not open.
yeah, it was a lot more filtered as well. Like you don't like if
Mm,
someone released a very bad song, you wouldn't know about it. You might have at the time, but
yeah.
now you wouldn't really know about it. But
But the thing is, I think music's brilliant today. I think people are just thinking about the charts, and people don't realise there's more to the charts.
definitely, and like I even think the charts get a bit of a bad rep. Like
Yeah.
when I genuinely enjoy Bruno Mars as well, and
Mm.
like he gets a bad rap, but that's just because he's on the charts kind of thing.
Yeah, everyone judges. Well, not everyone. Some people love the charts, but everyone that hates the charts judge anyone who ever gets on the charts.
Yeah, because it's not a case of like, oh, that's not real music. Real music is like
Hmm.
indie and low. But like, Imagine Dragons is considered indie, but I wouldn't
Mm.
consider that real music.
Same. Yeah, there's loads of indie bands I genuinely hate. I don't want to offend anyone, but I hate Catfish and the Bottlemen, and people consider them as an indie band. If
Mm,
you know what I mean. But I don't know if you like them, but I'm just not
I
that
haven't
into
heard of
them.
them to be honest.
Oh, Really?
Like,
They're quite a massive band and like
yeah,
massive
no,
indie band.
but like of the charts in Ireland are a lot close. Like they're close to the UK charts, but it's like a weird mishmash between the UK and the
Yeah,
US charts. So you
yeah.
really only get the generic stuff, and it's
Mm,
not great because like if you go to the Irish charts, unless it's like the script, you're not gonna see any Irish
yeah.
acts or like smaller indie acts at all because the main thing that gets on the charts here is actual pop, which I think is
Mm,
really rare because in other countries it's either rap or indie that gets to the top.
yeah.
And I
There's,
don't know what it is. It's just something about it where I'm like, I appreciate our charts for being
mm,
different by not being different.
I like Irish music, 100%. I like bands like I went to see an Irish band not long back and I forgot that. Stiff Little Fingers.
Mm.
I love the Pogues. I love the Dubliners. I love all the fucking Irish folky punky stuff. Because I was raised up with Irish music as well because my family are Irish. So,
Yeah.
mm. So it's just, I love all music, man. It doesn't matter. I even I like music from all different cultures as well. I love Indian classical. I know how weird that sounds, but I love
Yeah.
sitar music.
What?
I know how weird that sounds, but I love sitar music.
Yeah. That's like the I know what you're on about, and like I can hear it in my head, and it'd be one of those things like, yeah, I'll listen to it. If it's on in the
Mm,
playlist, I'll jam to it, but like I wouldn't go out and listen to it. But that's just like a personal
mm.
thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everyone's different when it comes to music and whatever podcasts. People have different tastes in genres of podcasts and that. And
Yeah, definitely. I think that's why music is so great.
yeah, because it's so open. There's loads of different music. But with me, I love all music.
Mm. I
Like I could even I don't even like heavy music, but I do like Black Sabbath and that. So no, I don't know,
yeah.
like
Who would be your favorite band of all time?
ooh, the Small Faces. If you
Mm.
heard of them, have
Uh,
you heard of them?
nah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm like trying to rack my brain,
Like
but no, I don't think so.
they're like, have you heard of the Who?
Yeah.
They're like a very underrated mod band, the Small Faces. They're like around that same time, and they're around the '60s, rhythm and
Mm.
blues type music, and they turned into psychedelic, just like the Beatles and that. But to me, they're like one of the best bands I ever discovered. Like because I'm very into the mod music. I'm like in the mod scene
Mm.
type thing. But the first band I ever discovered in the mod scene was the Who and the Jam. Then I'd started to discover bands like the smaller bands like the Small Faces, the Creation, and the Artwoods and all that. And I'm really into my rhythm and blues.
Yeah, like the thing is for like me, uh I don't really like sharing like like my favorite musician, my favorite rapper, like
Mm,
that kind of thing because
yeah.
as much as I love music, I love making content about music. I feel really weird
Mm,
about like showing people my own music taste. Like my number one
yeah.
favorite band of all time would be AC/DC, and that's like a safe pick
Yeah.
and all. But like one of my favorite musicians, artists of all time is a rapper named D Double, and
Oh,
yeah, he was an American. Like he died like a few years ago from like an infection. But
yeah.
the thing is about him, he got big from he had two things. One, he was used a lot in like Call of Duty montages way back in the day, for like
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 and all that. But another thing is he had this series where every single Friday he'd upload a freestyle. But it wasn't
Mm.
even a freestyle; it was a pre-written freestyle. But
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah, but it was like it was just one of those things where like because afterwards he just chat with everyone like either in the
Mm.
middle at the start or the end, and it's just like that extra personal connection like really
Mm.
made it resonate.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't say I've ever heard of him, to be fair. Was
Yeah,
he very small?
he wasn't very small. He was like he say 2016 what you'd maybe consider big on YouTube, but not
Mm.
extremely big. like
Yeah.
around 1 million subscribers or so.
Oh, fucking it. That's a lot, though. I
Yeah,
reckon
yeah,
that's a
yeah, it
lot.
is a lot, but in the grand scale of things, like it it is and it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna check his
I'd
YouTube
be
channel
proud of that,
now.
though.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to
Yeah.
have 1 million. I'd love to have a
Yeah,
thousand.
man. I'll be proud of 100.
Hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. Not
Yeah,
even
man.
slowly. We'll get there soon enough. Like we're halfway there
Hopefully,
already.
yeah. It's like I just posted about the 50 subscribers and it says here's for 50 more.
Yeah, like
Mm,
as soon as we hit the next milestone, the milestone afterwards will be quicker and quicker. That's why they like it's a higher jump each time.
yeah. It's,
Um,
it's a brilliant journey, this podcast. Oh, it's just, I met so many cool people on that. And
definitely, man.
it's just,
I got his number wrong. It's actually 450K, not a million.
oh,
But even
um,
still, that's
that's good.
like a lot.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I'll be proud of that, man. I'll be
I
proud.
yeah, like
Totally proud of that.
I wonder how many times I've said yeah like in this podcast.
Same, yeah. I think I'm a bit like I'm like that in the podcast. I don't know. I think it's a nerve thing. I think
I'm
I just say
I'm
it.
still a bit faded from last night. Uh,
Yeah,
being 100%
yeah.
honest.
You're saying, when yeah. Right,
Yeah,
my nerve thing. I always say fuck every. I haven't swore that much, to be fair.
yeah, like it's only
Oh,
natural conversation. Like
yeah,
it people would think that they curse a lot more than they actually do
yeah.
because
I think it's because I'm like, oh, we're on a podcast now, a bit more professional.
it's not even that. What it is like swearing and stuff. Like I know for me and you is like I don't know for me and
Yeah,
you, but like I assume for me and anyways for sure. It's like I do it
I was
so
raised
often.
upon it. I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do it so often that it's just part of conversation. Like I don't see it as a big deal. But
yeah.
when you look back, people be like, "Oh, you swear a lot." Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, my
Sometimes
mates
not.
always say. My mates are always like, "Why does he say fuck in every sentence?" And I'm like, "Can't you say fuck without like say a sentence without saying fuck?" And I'm like, "No,
Fuck no.
I, no." Well, I was raised up with my grandparents going, "Fucking hell, for fuck's sake!"
Oh
They're
my
just like,
god.
"Oh, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep it in the podcast or not because it's more
mm.
like behind the scenes thing. Oh, you guys get to see behind the
Oh,
scenes maybe. But how do
mm.
you want to do like the whole collaboration part? If you get like,
Um, I reckon we should do catch ups on that every month, maybe.
yeah, like I have a free slot. Like usually I
Mm.
do Mondays is the actual interviews. This is going up on a Monday just because
Yeah,
why not? And then
why not?
Fridays I usually have like a different video where it's like, well, I actually don't. I keep meaning to, but something keeps getting in the
Mm.
way. Like last time, just the video wouldn't work. But
Oh, man.
yeah, no, like yeah, like maybe every Friday, once a month kind of thing. But like,
Yeah, I know. I'll
head,
keep advertising your stuff as well,
yeah,
mate.
man, same with you. Like,
Mm,
as soon as I made that page for like the official podcast, you
mm.
immediately put that up on your story, and I was like really
Oh
thankful
yeah,
for
yeah,
it because I was like,
yeah,
oh
man.
god, okay, this is we're serious now.
Yeah, well, I'm for my word, mate. If I, for me, it's like a favour for a favour type thing. But I don't want to be like, oh, favour for a favour. I just want to be like
Yeah,
friendly
it's
and just
just showing support for each other.
yeah, yeah. Like I do it with bands. I do it with everyone I can really. I just want to. I don't want to be one of those
One
like
and done kind of people.
YouTubers. You can get YouTubers that are bit dickheads. You know what I mean? And I want to be the nice one
Yeah,
because I feel
definitely.
like you don't get anywhere being a dickhead, in my opinion.
Unless you're KSI.
Yeah, even though he's quite entertaining to watch, but to be fair, there are some moments when he's not a dickhead.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. He's mellowed out a lot
Like,
more now.
yeah, like he threw money at someone and she says, "Oh, can I keep that?" And he went, "Yeah, yeah." I was
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Fucking
good.
hell." Yeah, if I had that much money, I'd be the same.
Like just do it for the culture and then be a nice guy about it, yeah.
Mm,
Um yeah, no, but I was more thinking like channel wise, like do we just do the one recording and then we put up on both channels? Do we do a recording for
yeah,
each or like what?
I feel like it might be easier that way if we can collaborate it. It's up to you, mate. It's
Like
your show if you want.
the same audio.
Yeah, it's
Uh
whatever you feel most comfortable with.
like I don't really mind either or, but it's just like what would
Because
benefit us the most? Saving our
I feel
time
like
or
it's not saving time. It's just I feel like you said about it's quite hard with questions and that with podcasts. And I was just thinking, I think I like this conversation type podcasts. What we're doing right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I was thinking about it whilst doing this. I was like, oh, it might be better if we can just
Do
like
this
not do
often.
separate audio. Yeah, yeah, not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a separate
definitely.
audio. Like it's
So
just, and we might have. I feel like if we'd done another one, maybe like the next day, I feel like we might just run out of shit to talk about.
yeah, maybe, and then with that like gap over the month,
Mm,
there would obviously be more to talk about. Like we'd both have more episodes up. So
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
say
what I was
this
thinking.
now. At least this is gonna be the only one going up on a Monday. Aside from that, there'll probably be like Friday episodes from here on.
Mm,
But when do you upload your episodes? Usually it's like Sundays, right?
I'll just say the weekend.
Yeah, so like
Some
maybe
point over the weekend.
I could hold it back and we can like both upload it on Saturday kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. If you want, yeah, both upload it on Saturday if you want, or maybe I don't know. You go first, then I'll upload later.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
uploading this on Monday, like this
Mm,
because I have other stuff to do that I need to like edit and stuff.
yeah,
But
I don't know. It's up to you, mate.
yeah,
It's
no, like this episode will be going up for sure at 1 o'clock on
mm,
Monday.
mm.
If you wanna like, I'll send you the. Do you want me to send you the audio or the audio and visual? Because the thing is,
I'll do the visual by myself, and I'll do the audio, and I might add in bits of music in it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, just like differentiate it a little bit, and you might want to
Yeah.
like,
So I might just have gaps when I say oh, I'm going to play a song by da.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like
You know what I mean?
I should probably send you it with my intro cut out so you can put in your own intro.
Mm, yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh
Like
yeah, no,
I might
definitely.
just I'll do it like my format and you do it your format type thing, but just maybe keep the same audio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'll just do what I can with it, and then I'll send you the raw audio. You can edit it the way you
Mm,
do. Uh, Luckily the way
sorry, I
that
was
I
just
do it, like both of our voices are in it, and it's grand kind of thing.
yeah.
So
I think it's a good idea to do it like this, and it just shows like I've been wanting to do podcast nation. I want to do it all over. Like I don't know, I don't care where about these people are from because
yeah,
now there's ways of doing it, like what we're doing now, Discord. So we have no worries. But I do like actually interviewing someone in real life. But I do like
mm,
this way. To be fair, it's really cool.
yeah. And the great thing about it is this is the first time I've done it on a server rather than in direct messages. So
Yeah,
like if it gets to the point where this keeps on being a regular thing, we might have like a third guest from time to time, like me, you,
that'd be
one other
cool,
guy
man.
for the
That'd be really
special.
cool.
Yeah.
Like to be fair, I was thinking about that. I was thinking it'd be cool when people are joining us on the servers if they want. We could announce before we record we're gonna record an episode. So if you want to join us on the server, we'll
Yeah,
you
no,
can join our
definitely.
conversation type thing.
Yeah, it's like this is your server and like
Mm.
I'm I'm like kind of there, but for that
Do
like
you want to change your name and I'll call it Crashing in slash Keep It Zen,
keep it crashing. I don't know.
Keep It Crashing? Actually, that sounds good.
Yeah, like
Like they mix your logo with my logo, try and half and half it type
the thing
thing.
is, I commissioned someone to draw me a new logo and a new background and
Oh, have you?
stuff, and
But
it's
we'll
gonna be
sort it
out
out
soon.
when you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
we.
just like it's just a hedgehog, just a hedgehog
Mm,
talking into a
yeah, it's
microphone.
cool, man. That's cool, man. I just gone really basic, and how I made my logo, I made it myself. Everything I'd done was myself. That
Yeah,
logo, I made it on Instagram.
the the
I took a
logo.
picture on my story.
Oh my god. Um, the logo I did was
Yeah.
a thing is oh what was it? The logo I did I actually drew myself. Every
Mm,
single logo and background I've had. Actually,
mm,
no, that's not true because from episode 2 to episode 5, from episode 2 to episode 5, my friend
mm,
whose account is Brand Flakes, and I'll put her Instagram in the description as well. But what
mm.
she did was she just like randomly gave me a drawing
Oh
of like something
yeah.
to put up as like a little gift, and then I was like, oh god, thanks, like I'll use this a lot until like I have my own. Then
Mm,
afterwards, all I did was ended up drawing myself over a mic, and then I had it in a way where I based my entire layout off the interview with Emily Seven. Like I didn't copy their text, but like I kind of grabbed their text file, like their
yeah.
font, and then I wanted to match it up with their logo. And then afterwards, I
Mm,
was like, in general, this is pretty cool. I'll switch up the colors and the name for each subsequent
yeah.
guest. And now I'm,
Oh.
yeah, like, because they're black and white, and then Karnak was like yellow. No, they were blue
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
pink, kind of thing.
Mm,
So like I just like kept switching it up and all, and then
that's cool, man.
yeah. But now I'm finally gonna have a proper setup. I'm gonna have
Proper.
it's gonna look nicer, and it's gonna move a little bit, so it's like visually interesting as well.
Mm. Like, I think at the moment I'm just struggling with that because I don't really know that many people that be. Oh shit, my mic fell. Um, I don't know how. I don't know how many people that be willing to help me out on stuff like that. So I've just been doing it myself and
See,
that.
the thing is, I actually did a year of animation in college, and
Ah,
yeah, and also my normal account that I started with the podcast on Instagram is actually my art account. All those drawings and
yeah.
stuff, aside from like one.
Is that your person? Because I know it's your personal. Or it's just all drawings and that.
Yeah, my personal account
Mm,
is also my art account,
mm.
and
Oh, that's cool, man.
yeah. So, and a lot of people I follow are artists, and like they're willing to help, or I'm willing to pay them for their work because
Yeah,
it is a lot of work,
yeah, I know.
like that kind of thing. And it's just one like
With
I can
me.
put you on a bunch of artists like who are like wonderful artists.
Mm.
Like I could
I
just
don't
send
know
you a list of people.
if you don't mind. If after the podcast you could send over some lists, if you don't mind.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll like just slap on a few names of a few artists, and you can just base it off then. What one
Mm.
you
Mate,
prefer?
yeah, just see what art, what style I'm being to. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
mm.
Um,
Like at the moment, it was well on that logo. It's just I don't know.
I
I don't
like your
know.
logo now though.
Do you
I
like
think it
it?
suits the cast a lot.
Mm. I think the logo might be fine. It's just the video footage for me.
Mm.
It's just, I don't know. I really struggle on that. Like with the radio podcast type thing I've done, the isolation special. When I've done this thing when I was playing music, I just played a record. If you saw it,
Yeah, yeah, I saw. And then
I thought footage like that was quite cool.
yeah, definitely. And you put like the album art as well.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
but
pretty cool.
basically, because we're in isolation, I haven't got much to film. Like I would go outside and film and that, but I don't know if we're meant to be like isolating and that. It's just I don't know what's happening because I don't watch the news.
I wish I'd be the same, but like just because I'm in a house full of people, I kind of like someone watches the news, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm just kind of kept up that way.
yeah. I'm just on the PlayStation most of the time. I just watch films, and that's. I just try and avoid the news because it just depresses me.
Honestly, me too. Like,
Mm,
I've been trying to keep myself busy with. I'm actually
mm,
still in work because my job, they have essential items in which they deliver. But
yeah,
yeah, aside from that, I took the job as an editor, and I've been putting like as much of my energy into the podcast as I
yeah.
can.
But with me, the reason why I might have a job is just because I moved up north and it was just wrong timing.
Yeah, but like no one could have predicted this kind of thing happening.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know, like when it first came about, I was a bit like, nothing will happen. It'd be like Ebola,
Yeah,
but but then when it just hit me when everyone was going on about lockdown. And I was like, bollocks. Then it happened, and I was like, okay.
yeah. It's because it's like such a low mortality rate that makes it spread so much.
Mm,
But I don't know. I feel like like being 100% honest, I feel like the lockdown was a bit excessive.
mm,
Not in the measures they took. I think the measures are fine, but I think the length of time is a bit much. I feel like they
yeah.
could have sped it up a little bit.
I don't know what it's like in Ireland, but with Britain, I've been saying we should have been on lockdown ages ago, and there wouldn't have been this many people dead. But like,
The,
I don't know the amount now, but in Australia, they was really good. They only have like 80 people. That's even though 80 people is still a lot, but not as
compared to
much
the
as
other numbers
us.
over here, yeah.
Yeah, like obviously Australia done a good job. Like the government over there are actually normal, but it's fucking Boris Johnson. Oh
Big
fucking!
Bojo.
I don't know what's worse, Trump or Boris, man. It's just I don't like to get political, but I
Uh,
just can't believe people didn't vote for Corbyn. But I don't know, it's different over yours, but it's just I'm really pissed off about it
well,
still.
the thing is over here is like it was. I feel like it was handled as well as it could have, but the
Mm,
thing is, our like we had a bad government somewhat. We didn't have nearly a prepared government as everyone else, but
yeah,
with what we
we're
were able to
probably in the
do,
same boat then.
yeah. But what we were able to do was probably the best we could do. But the thing is,
Mm,
everyone went into the panic mode, and then we were like locked down for 5 weeks
panic
straight.
buying.
And on the sixth week, they announced, okay, we're gonna have 2 more weeks of this, and then we're
Mm.
gonna start a 5 step program to open everything up very slowly, 3 weeks at a time.
That's the
And
way it should go, though.
yeah,
Slowly.
but I feel like
Yeah.
the initial 6 week lockdown period was like a
Mm,
bit too much.
mm.
Like if you're
With
gonna
I don't know
take
how long Britain's been like.
three,
I don't
six, nine,
know.
12.
Like.
If you're gonna take like an extra 4 months to slowly open up everything, like
Mm,
that's 6 months, and that's half a year in
fucking yeah.
isolation.
Jesus Christ. It's just um with us. Well, I don't know how long we've been in isolation in England, like where I am. But I thought about like when I had last had my hair cut, and it was 2 months.
I- I've been, I don't want to say I've been lucky, but I've been around people who are like, yo, let me cut your hair for you, man. I do
Yeah.
fresh fades, and then I let them, and I've gotten two. One was very nice, and then the other was like, I'm glad it's done.
Mm, mm.
Like,
Well, I had to have mine done yesterday because it was that bad. My girlfriend
oh,
had to do it, and to be fair, she done quite a good job. So
there's
mine's
gonna
back to normal again.
there's gonna be a lot more barbers after this. That's for sure.
Oh, fucking hell. I feel sorry for them in some ways, but it's money at the end of the day. So.
Oh, they're gonna be rolling in dough, and do you know who else is gonna be
Yeah, I
rolling in
know.
dough? Probably divorce lawyers. People
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
in like there's gonna the economy is gonna be so weird at the end of this. Like who's rich and
Oh, I
who's
know.
not.
I know. I know.
It's gonna be
I've been saying, oh, all this is all right for the rich, but what about us working class and that? Like, they just don't care about us, really. Like,
Oh, we're here together. I'm here in my yacht supporting everyone. Like,
yeah. And you know what's pissed me off about this lockdown? There's loads of celebrities that's been complaining about it, like Sam Smith. Have you saw that video when he was like crying? And I'm like, what an ungrateful
no, because I
sod.
don't like Sam Smith, and I think he's
I
just
don't,
stupid overall. I just try and avoid anything to do with him.
I don't like him, but he was like on social media, he was all over the place, and he was crying, and he has a massive fuck off house, and I'm like,
Did you see Drake's like castle?
what? I know, no.
No, it was like mad. I think it was like worth like 100 million. Like he recently just bought this huge like. I'm not even sure if it's a
Fucking hell.
mansion or a castle or like a fusion of the two. Um,
Jesus, I wish I was like Drake.
we all wish we were like Drake, except
Mm,
Pusha
even
T.
though I'm not big on his music, but fucking hell, I'd love to have his money.
Yeah, everyone would like.
Mm,
It's like a weird fusion between like it's like 50,000 square foot, and
mm.
it's so mad looking. It's like something that you'd seen.
I
Oh,
might search it up
yeah,
like
it's
that and just have a
like the
look.
inside is
Actually,
something
I'll
that you'd
search it
see in
up
Downton
now.
Abbey. Yeah,
Like,
probably. I just searched it up there.
oh, I didn't know you could record whilst I was off searching.
Oh, I was on my phone. Like,
Oh, really? Drake's
yeah,
house. All right, let's look at it, man. Images. Wow.
yeah, man. It's gonna be up on the screen for everyone else as well, on my side at least.
Yeah,
Um,
I might put the same, but I might put the video footage on for it as well, whilst
oh
we're talking
yeah.
about it.
If you want to go see
Fuck
that, go to his
me.
channel. Okay.
Jeez. Cheers. But fuck me. Wow. Wow, look at that pool.
I know, right? It's fucking insane.
Woohoo! Where is this? Where is the
It's in
house? Like,
Toronto.
mate, I'm going to Toronto and
Like I
gonna
think he
swim in
had
that
that
pool.
built. I don't think that was like a house that already existed.
My gosh.
It's
Fuck me. What a
huge.
lucky bastard, man.
It's like bigger than a
Mm.
school.
I know.
It's,
What the why can't we get this lucky?
I I don't even know how he. Yeah, no, that is 100%. I wouldn't say it's 100% luck, but it's like 85% luck.
mm, my I just can't get over it, mate.
Like it.
There's a picture of him by the pool. It looks like a hotel. It looks like a hotel, but to himself.
It's like a resort.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's insane, man. Like, yeah, I
Yeah, we might get those houses.
yeah, just give it like a year and a half or so.
Yeah,
Squatters'
or
rights.
50 years.
Yeah. So that seems like a decent enough note to end on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a great chat. I'm honoured to be on
Yeah, man.
the podcast.
I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah,
Uh, this has been keep it crashing. No, it's
keep
weird
it
to say.
crashing,
It's been weird. It's
crashing. Keep it.
crashing
Uh,
zen.
no,
We'll
don't
workshop the
know.
name, I guess. I don't know. Uh,
We'll sort it out at some point.
at this moment, this has been Keep It Zen. We're your
Mm.
hosts, Zenadean and Crashin in.
Good night.
Good night and God bless. Keep
Stay
it
safe.
Zen.